okay?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. How is everyone? Good. My name is Jess Gordon. I'm the executive of the Off-Broadway Players here. And from all of us, we'd just like to welcome and thank the veterans for their service. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be doing this play by Ryan Smithson. I just want to make a few little announcements. We have assisted hearing for our new auditorium, our new sound system. So if anyone's having a little trouble hearing, they can just come out during intermission. We'll give you a little headset. And so that works great. So don't be shy about that. We're just right over there in the foyer. And I also just wanted to make a little announcement about the language used in the show. It is a show about war, and some of the language may be offensive to some. So if you have children, we just wanted to warn you. We weren't sure, we talked about it a lot. We weren't sure if we should use the language, but we decided we want to portray the soldiers' lives as real as they were. So we just wanted to warn you about that. So without further ado, I'd like to invite Kate Doldstadt from Soldier's Heart up on stage to talk about her organization.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. I'm just overwhelmed by how many of you turned out tonight on this kind of rainy evening. So it's hard for me to see, but I'd like to, just by a show of hands, to see how many people in the audience are veterans. Ryan Smithson, there you are. And I know the kind of sacrifice that many of you have made, so I appreciate that. And I want just to not take up too much time, but I would just like to tell you a little bit about Soldier's Heart and the organization that you have donated to tonight. Soldier's Heart got started in 2006. After my husband and partner's book, War and the Soul, came out. Now, we're both psychotherapists, and he had been working with veterans since the 70s, since right after the Vietnam War. And we just started getting inundated with a lot of calls and emails from people who are reading the book. So we created our nonprofit, which we call Soldier's Heart. And Soldier's Heart is the term that was used during the Civil War for what we now call post-traumatic stress disorder. So it's been around for centuries, for eons. But so we created the Soldier's Heart. And we have a slightly different model than what happens in the VA and other institutions that are working with veterans. There's a lot of good techniques out there for dealing with the stress that people come home with and helping them cope. And there's medications, some very good medications, but some not so good. And so we appreciate all of that, but our approach is more about the heart and particularly the soul and the spirit that gets impacted by being in a war zone, or even just being in the military sometimes. Sometimes people are traumatized by boot camp. And if you've been through boot camp, you probably understand that. So we do have a different approach, and we offer intensive retreats. We do training. I have a teleconference support group for family members, so I have family members from all over the country calling in to a call number, and we do that every other week so that we can provide families with support, because I know the families also serve. And once somebody comes home from downrange, that family keeps on serving as the support and caretaker for their loved ones. So I have a big part of my heart for all of you family members. And we do trainings, so we go into colleges and prisons and help them with the issues, really particular issues that veterans have. Hospice is another one. And as I said, with the colleges, helping colleges help their veterans stay in college and able to complete their education. So we do a lot of trainings, we do a lot of the retreats, and we also take Vietnam veterans to Vietnam, back to Vietnam, to reconcile and meet with former enemies, and it's unbelievable, and it's open to anybody. And we're leaving in about 3 weeks, so I'm very excited about that. But again, thank you, and thank the high school and Ryan for donating the benefits from tonight to Soldiers' Heart. It's very important to us, so thank you very much.
All of the proceeds tonight go to Soldiers' Heart, so if you haven't donated or if you'd like to, Kate has a stand right in front of the foyer out there, so feel free to go during intermission. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Rachel Koch and Kylie Patel, the stage manager and student director.
Hi, I'm Tyler Patel, the student director.
And I'm Rachel, I'm the stage manager.
We'd really like to thank Ryan Smithson for letting us put on the world premiere of his play. We really love this play, and we're so glad we get to do it. It's an amazing opportunity.
And I just want to hold you up for a few more seconds before we begin. I have a few quick announcements. In case there is an emergency, there's an exit to your to the back of you, and there's also an exit to your left. At intermission, you can get snacks, and we have t-shirts, and the Soldiers' Heart booth is set up, so you're welcome to go out into the hallway during intermission and get anything you'd like. Also, what else do I have to say, Tyler?
Turn off all cell phones?
Oh yes, turn off your cell phones, please. And I think that's it. So, oh, and no, obviously no smoking, and please no food or drink in the auditorium, we ask. So that's all. So without further ado, please enjoy your show.